I grew up as a Catholic, and I never actually felt a connection or had any encounters with God. I believed that there was a God, but that people didn't necessarily know who he was. Once my old life started falling apart, I went through a bad breakup. With my ex-girlfriend, moved out of the house that we're living in. I ended up in Edmonton, and if you know what Edmonton is, you miss the Okanagan a little bit, and ended up losing a couple pets at the same time. Lost contact with all my friends, and I was in like a really isolated place. And in that isolated place is when I started being, a little curious about who God was. I was always told that God would hear you when you cried out for him. And I was sitting outside one night trying to decide if I should go back to my ex-girlfriend, and ended up like looking up to the sky. I was sitting outside. I asked out to God. I'd really appreciate some guidance about what I should do in this situation. And when I said that, I felt his presence for the first time. It was this really warm, staticky presence feeling that went through my body. And when I felt that, the video changed that was playing on my phone. And it went to a video of a psychiatrist, and he was talking. And he said, "It's time to let go of old habits and make room for something new." And that was the first time I felt his presence. I found out that he actually wants to have a relationship with us, and I wasn't sure what that meant before. I thought if there was a God, he didn't care about our individual problems. And until I started having those individual encounters, I realized that through doing those things, he actually wants to meet us where we're at and change our life and bring a more into accordance with who he is. I want to be baptized because after doing some research, I found that, it's actually commanded of us. It's the next step in the journey to die to my old self and actually be reborn into who Jesus is. I'm here to declare that Jesus is my King, my Lord, and now I can actually say truthfully that he's my friend.
Rodney, you've had an incredible journey. And for all the single guys out there looking for direction in their lives, just ask and God tells you, right? But it was in that moment of crisis that you were in a posture where you actually cried out authentically for the first time. And he heard you. In fact, Matthew 7 says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you." You've been asking, you've been seeking, you've been knocking, and God's been answering profoundly in your life this last year. And these people are witnesses of it, right? Yeah. Can you believe the transformation in this guy?
Oh my God.
It's been incredible. And so now we get to celebrate that with you. So Rodney, it is our pleasure right now to baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.